I've reacted to PSRN120's videos 4 times now, so I'm gonna react to his video for the 5th time. He's back doing another trains I wanna see on SCR video. We'll see how it goes. As always, the link to the original video is in the description of this video if you wanna see it for yourself. Let's get this started. 3, 2, 1, and 0.
Hello. After almost 2 years of not posting, I will finally post this for Dave to react with. It feels weird by posting a video just for someone to react with and a channel that I almost never post.
I do agree with you, though I'm making this video, because, what other video am I gonna make?
Now let's get started with number 1, the Class 700 for Airlink. In 2016, Charlie removed this train on the game due to the wrong configuration on the 700.
SCR first became a thing in 2017, and the Class 700 was removed in April 2018. It then got replaced by the Class 707, which I presume you all know. The reason why I'm telling you this is because if I don't, someone in the comments will.
NT has 6 coaches, rather than 8 or 12 coaches. This train will suit Airlink, since it goes to Gatwick Airport, and there's first class on it.
This is the exact justification as to why I proposed the idea of the Class 700 on Airlink 3 years ago. Thameslink still has the Bedford to Gatwick Airport service, which is why I still believe the Class 700 should be added to Airlink.
I think the 12-coach variant will work well on Airlink, since the platforms in the airport area were extended in 1.9, so I think this train will suit on Airlink.
The 8-coach Class 700 would suit all Airlink routes, bar the Airlink shuttle. The 12-coach Class 700 will likely have to be on select routes, as Terminal 1's platform is probably not long enough yet, though I think it's a matter of time before all platforms on Airlink can accommodate 12-coach trains, including also the Class 745.
Number 2, the Class 68 with Mark 5 coaches on Stepford Connect. Yes, the Mark 3 coaches sounds fine on the Class 68, but the Mark 5 will go well on Connect.
I also agree on that. The fact that I want a sliding door variant for the Class 68 in SCR means that I think it should be added. The Mark 5A Class 68 has also been suggested for Airlink, as it had first class and went to Manchester Airport.
The current Class 68 runs on the new Rayleigh Bay branch since it is a diesel-powered train, and the branch is designed to only run on diesel. The Mark 5 will suit the Class 68 special routes, like Stepford Victoria to Lynn and Willowfield to Lynn. If it were to run on the new branch, it will have to skip Alsotby and Carnley Bridge.
I see where you're coming from. I found the current Class 68 that we have in SCR just fits Carnley Bridge and has a little gap at the rear of the platform at Alsotby. Therefore the Mark 5 Class 68 will likely not fit these stations. Hell, it likely won't fit certain stations on the Stepford main line, particularly Upper Staplow. It would be meant to have a Rayleigh Bay to Lynn route for the Class 68 with intermediate stops at Edgemead, Wester Coast, Middlecastle, West Wyvern and North Shore. Even a direct route from Stepford Victoria to Rayleigh Bay would be cool to see, skipping certain stations along the way.
Number 3, the Class 323 on Waterline. The Class 365 was already added, but I didn't expect the 3-3 didn't come to Waterline. Since this train does suburban services, it will suit Waterline a lot.
Agreed 100%. I have been waiting for the Class 323 to be added on Waterline for over 3 years. However, it could only be a matter of time before this happens.
You're maybe asking, can it go on Connect? No way. Connect operates regional services, although you can consider the new Rayleigh branch and the Willowfield line as a commuter route. It wouldn't work well on other routes. So Waterline is best for the 323.
Ever since the Class 323 was first proposed for Waterline in 2018, I have always thought it would work for Waterline rather than Connect.
Number 4, the Class 810 on Express. This is a bi-mode Hitachi train that will be on EMR to replace the Class 222. You may be asking, we already have an 801, and they added the 800, so what's the point on having an 810 on Express? The point is that the front is different and so is the sides, so it will suit express.
That's a very good point. The Class 810 is also shorter than the Class 800 or 801, at 120 versus 130 meters respectively.
Number 5. The Class 466 on Waterline. This is an EMU train that runs on Southeastern. This train will suit Waterline due to the top speed of 75 miles per hour, has 2 coaches, and mainly does commuter routes.
While this is true, due to the fact that the Class 466 doesn't have an area on the roof where a pantograph would be added and cannot be converted to 25 kilovolts overhead power like the Class 465, it can't come to SCR.
If this train were to come, it will be the only EMU train to run on the Morganstown shuttle and the new route from Newry to Morganstown.
The track between Morganstown docks and Morganstown is diesel only, so an electric multiple unit can't go on it.
Number 6. The Class 317 for both Connect and Airlink. I know this train was already out of service. It will still work on both Connect and Airlink since this train does regional routes and terminates at Stansted Airport, and also has first class on it. It will work for these operators.
I strongly agree with that as well.
You may be asking, can it go on Waterline? If we're honest, the 317 wouldn't work well for Waterline, although it used to run on London Overground. It wouldn't work on Waterline.
It's not worth adding the Class 317 on Waterline anyway.
Number 7. The Class 94 Stepford Connect. Yes, another train that is out of service due to being replaced by the 745. This train would work on Connect since it used to do long-distance journeys and regional routes.
I know this is probably controversial amongst SCR fans, but I also agree with that.
I know some of you may be asking if the Class 90 would work on Express, but to be honest, it doesn't. All Express trains goes to 125 miles per hour, and the Class 90 has a top speed of 110 miles per hour.
Hence I think the Class 90 would work better for Connect than Express.
It also suits the special routes that the Class 68 operates.
It would likely share the same routes as the Class 444 runs on Connect, because as we all know, electric trains can't run on the Raleigh Bay line.
Number 8. The Class 745 for Airlink. Before, I used to think that we don't need the 745 due row being too long.
I thought the same when I did the trains that will probably not come to SCR video 3 years ago, which so far got 15,000 views. I know 4 trains on this list are outdated, with the Class 345 having been on the Airlink shuttle as of August 2022, the Pacer being added on April Fool's Day 2024, albeit removed some days later, and it will later be possible for the Classes 745 and 390 to be added to SCR.
But after the new airport update, the platforms were extended and can handle up to 12 coaches. The 745 will work well on Airlink since it goes to Stansted Airport and as first class.
To be fair, the length of the platforms on some stations is left to be desired, but I don't think they are far off, so I think it will be a matter of time before the Class 745 is added to SCR.
A fifth train would come. I think it will replace the 755 and be added on Connect, which
this would make total sense.
I will talk about now. The 755 will work on Connect since it also does regional services and terminates at an airport.
The Class 755 does a mix of regional and short-distance routes on Greater Anglia, meaning that it would work well on Connect. It would also benefit going on the Raleigh Bay line, as it is a bimodal train.
And also, it doesn't have first class, but you can argue me that the 345 doesn't have FC. It runs on the terminal shuttle though, and the 755 wouldn't work on the shuttle, so it will suit Connect.
Airlink and the Airlink shuttle are 2 separate services, so they are quite different. Plus, the Class 755 used to have first class in SCR, but got removed when it got meshed in April 2023. Now I'm gonna give my final thoughts on the video, since the rest of it is just an outro saying that this is his last video. Overall, I agree with the majority of the trains that he added, but the only one I have to disagree with is a Class 466, as it cannot be converted to overhead electrification, The reason why the Class 465 got replaced by the Class 365 in November 2023. Some of you may say that this is an insignificant factor, but as SCR is working to an overhead/diesel powered network, they likely won't add third rail trains that don't have a recess in the roof where a pantograph would go on. The classes 707, 444 and 458 are third rail trains, but due to the fact that these can be converted to overhead power, unlike the classes 465 and 466, these remain in the game still to this day. I'm not sure if they'll add any more third rail trains to the game, provided it can be converted to overhead power in real life, but we'll find out. This is my last time reacting to PSRN120. That will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe for future content, and I will see you in the next video.